What it do? It's Glide Gaming, and today we'll be doing a tips and tricks video for Dragon Ball The Breakers. With this game's release being at the end of the week, I feel like the tips and tricks video will be very helpful for this community because the tutorial doesn't really teach you everything you need to know to be successful at this game, as well as a lot of people may not have gotten a chance to play the beta at all for multiple reasons. So we're going to get straight into it with my first tip. Prioritize orange loot boxes. On the map, there are orange and blue loot boxes that are scattered around, and sometimes they're in one condensed area. And when that happens, go for the orange loot boxes first because they have more chance of giving you high priority gifts, like a sensu bean, like a large power cube, a super cooldown drink, things of that nature. So definitely prioritize the orange loot boxes first. The next tip I want to give you guys is break everything you can for Zenny and Power Cubes. On the map, there are different things that you can break, like bases and tables and things of that nature that drop Zenny, but more importantly, they drop Power Cubes. Zenny will be important later in the match, so definitely try to collect as much Zenny as you can, but you know you need those Power Cubes. The next thing I want to talk about is keeping note of vending machine locations around the map. Now, there are different vending machine locations scattered around the map that can drop you a weapon, but more importantly, they can drop you cooldown drinks. So that can be the difference between life and death. If you're fighting the raider and you run out of power right before you kill him, and you have that mental note of where a vending machine was, you can go right over there, get some cooldown drinks, and get right back in the fight and finish it. The next thing I want to say is only use your sensu bean when the raider is distracted. If you have a sensu bean and the raider gets you down, only use it if someone comes and starts to fight the raider or gets him to chase them. Because if you immediately pop your sensu bean and get right back up while the raider's still there, you're going to go right back down again, and you're going to be out of the game. It's going to be an instant kill. So definitely be careful of when you use your sensu beans. The next thing I want to talk about is beware of level 1 Cell. Now, level 1 Cell may look insignificant because he in his bug form, but he will fold you. He is entirely too fast for you to hit him, and he also has a counter move where he can get some damage off on you if you miss. So beware of level 1 Cell. You're better off just waiting until he gets to level 2, running away when you see him and focusing on power up. That way you can fight him at level 2 yourself. Because if he kills you at level 1 and absorbs you, you already gave him a level 2 anyway, so you're better off just running away and focusing on powering up yourself. That way you can just fight him when he hits level 2. The next thing I want to talk about is keeping the Shenron summon altars in mind when you see them. So if you see a Shenron summon altar, keep it in mind. That way when you do have all the Dragon Balls, you just won't be running around lost trying to find somewhere, risking losing the Dragon Balls, or you can communicate that you know where the summon is to your team. The next thing I want to talk about is to never fight the raider at a lower level than they are. If you try to fight a raider at a lower level than they are, they will just keep knocking you back and keep beating on you. So there's no point. You're just going to waste your transformation as well as get beat on, waste a life as well. The next thing I want to talk about is you can instantly transform back after it runs out if you drink 2 cooldown drinks or 1 super cooldown while transform. So I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, or if it's going to be patched out, but as of right now, if you transform and then consume a super cooldown drink or 2 cooldown drinks, your transformation will be cooling down while you're fighting. So once it's over, once you lose all of your energy, you'll be able to go right back into the transformation and continue the fight against the raider. It's kinda OP, that's why I think it's a bug, but as of right now, you can do that, so keep that in mind. Now, the other thing I would like to say is to keep a shield on you at all times. You go into the blue boxes, and that's where you're more likely to find a shield. You can find other things in the blue boxes, of course, but you're more likely to find a shield in those blue boxes. Keep a shield on you for this reason. If you get hit by the raider, you're basically at half health. So your shield will save you by getting you back. That way you're not one tap if the raider does catch you again. Or if you get hit after you transform back out of your super form, if you get hit and get damaged, you can use your shield to heal back up and get away from the raider. So keep a shield on you at all times. At least I think that is very important. The next thing I want to talk about is key sense. You'll get a purple tinge on your screen when going against Cell, and that means he is key sensing you. So basically, he knows where you are. So when you see that purple, prioritize escape or be ready to fight because he is key sensing you, meaning he can see you and he'll come find you and kill you immediately if he can. So definitely be aware of that purple tinge on your screen because that means Sale knows where you are. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is really important, do not neglect the power keys. Placing the power keys gives you two things. It gives you an escape time machine that you can start up and get out of there and finish the game, as well as it gives you loot drops. It gives you loot drops so someone can go and transform and distract the raider while you guys are working on the time machine. So keep an eye out for the loot drops. They usually come down and have a green light around them. So definitely use your power keys for two reasons. For you to either escape with the time machine or for you guys to get enough power and cooldown drinks to fight the raider and finish him. The next thing I want to talk about is that you can use your grappling hook while transformed. If you're transformed, you don't have to cancel your transformation to use your grappling hook. And it's better to use it while you're transformed because you're going to move a lot faster. The next thing I want to talk about is don't let the emergency time machine get destroyed. If you are going for the emergency time machine and you hear the heartbeat and you know the killer is coming after you and you have other teammates alive, don't activate it because once it's destroyed, the whole game is over and you just lost it for your whole team. So don't let the emergency time machine get destroyed. Don't try to rush it. If you can't get it, just wait until you can. As simple as that. The next thing is pay attention to player emotes. Now this game doesn't have game chat and I feel like it would benefit greatly from game chat, but since it doesn't, players can emote and show you what they're asking for. Like there is a Dragonball emote and you may see it pop up over a player's head. If he's spamming the Dragonball emote, that means he may have 5 or 6 of them and he only needs the person with the last one to bring him the Dragonball. So pay attention to those emotes because it's a good way to communicate with your team. Next on the list is only fight alone when you have to and when you're at a higher level. Don't try to fight alone because these new buffs that the Raider got, a few hits can get you out of your power up, can run your meter down. So only fight alone if you absolutely have to and if he's level 2 and you're level 3. Next on the list is be careful ganging up on Frieza. The more you hit Frieza, the more power you give him. So be careful ganging up on Frieza at level 2 if you guys don't have a few level 3s on your team because he'll just transform to level 3 and wipe you. The next tip I have is don't use Flying Nimbus. It's pretty slow and it's a pretty bad skill compared to the others, so don't even put it on your build. It's a waste of time. Next tip, don't neglect your super. When transformed, if you put a super on your character, you can use it by using R1. The super I like to use is Kaioken Assault, and I use it when I'm level 3 on my Goku transfer. So definitely use your super. It costs some meter, but when it hits, it does a significant amount of damage. So even if you don't get the kill, your teammates can finish up because of all the damage you've done. My last and final tip for you guys is to upgrade your skills. You can upgrade your passive skills as well as your quick select skills, and it does help a lot. There's a hut in the lobby with a yellow top that you can go into to upgrade your skills as well as buy new skills. So keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.